Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next episode of Darkest Dungeon 2. My name is Britishbrat. Today we are continuing our attempts doing the Infernal Vitrin complete unlock. We have finally finished the stupid torch that we just did. I forget what it's called because it's so dumb. It's the Hateful Pyre. We're done with it, thankfully. We knocked out Act 5 there. The video is live if you want to go see it. We are now on the Bastard's Beacon, Act 1. If you guys don't know what Bastard's Beacon does, well, it makes sure that all enemies are ordained, 100% of enemies from the very beginning. It's no longer a chance for them to be ordained. They will always be ordained. Lair bosses are ordained. This is going to be one of our biggest issues. Lair bosses being ordained makes them drastically harder to deal with, makes them very, very hard. Wandering bosses have an increased chance to appear, so bosses like the... I don't actually know. Does it affect the Shambler's chance to spawn on low torchlight? I actually don't know that one. But I know it does affect death, and it does affect... the Collector, and it does affect the Warlord as well. So all of them have a higher chance to appear than their base versions, and Confession bosses gain unique buffs, which are particularly difficult. Denial becomes an absolute nightmare to deal with. We'll go ahead and show you what that is when we get there, if we get there. But you do get the default flame effects. Yes, that is something you have to keep in mind. So we do need to make sure we keep the torchlight up. Generally, especially on Act 3, I've learned my lesson on that one, because Act 3 does reduce your healing without you really paying attention to it. Let's go ahead and let's go and talk about the team we've got here. We've got ourselves a Vanguard Man-at-Arms, Banneret Crusader, Confessor Vestal, and Alchemist Plague Doctor. And drinking some coffee, and let's go ahead and get into it. If you're enjoying the video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. If you're here watching on Twitch, give me all your money. I'm kidding. You don't have to do that. All right, let's get into it. What do we want to get here? What pet do we want for this team? That's kind of a... Now, this Greater Protectorate and also this Raven's Reach are both things that I'm very interested in. A lot of additional damage. Oh, Despair, you did not have to actually subscribe, but thank you very much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Should come through in a second here.
All manner
that's
of
very kind of
diversion
you.
and
Thank you for giving me
await those
that Daddy
who cross the
Bezos money.
threshold with coin in hand.
Let's see. Mudwallop check. Oh, you checked refracted. Okay, so Greater Protectorate. I mean, this is really nice. This allows us to get some very beefy heals early on. Kind of helps us protect ourselves a little bit here. Raven's Reach, though, the additional damage is nice, but we're not really going to get anybody who's using Raven's Reach. Like, these two are doing damage, sure, but, like, it's not like a Highwayman, right? Like, I'm not really too keen on that. So, outside of the Protectorate, is there maybe a Stagecoach item that we want? We do have Blueprint Tubes, so something that would produce items is pretty good. Now, Blueprint Tubes count as Tinker's Gear, right? Unfortunately, everybody is already named, so I'll go ahead and reject the points, but, oh, we also need to rename the Stagecoach. Somebody already redeemed that one. The Pain Train. The first mod I'm going to try to get downloaded is a mod that lets me rename memoried heroes. One day. Mark is complete. Yes, Mark is complete. Sorry about that, Quincy. What pet do you think you're going to grab? I don't know. We do have a pet name that can be redeemed, but I don't know what pet we're going to run. I'm kind of thinking the owl. Like, as much as it's going to lock us out from taking this Protectorate, we're going to generate more items because of the trap maker, or because of the Blueprint Tubes, and then we can take some of my Trap Maker's kit, and that's also going to be a second item for us. We haven't done owl in a while. This will let us, like, get a lot of items, and a lot of items can be very, very useful for us. All right, so we're going to rename this Buppy. Got it. Sure thing, Mud. And then this. So this item gives us more quantity of items produced. This will produce trap items. And it also increases stacking of traps by 2 per stack, so we can have more of them per stack. Are you excited for the next big update for DD2? I am. We did a little video on mods the other day. That was very well received. A lot of people watched that video. So super excited to see what the modding community does. I'm super excited to see what changes come for the Man-at-Arms and Jester. I'm super excited to see the Kingdoms update when that eventually comes out. Like, there's a lot of fun stuff coming out in the future. I'm just really excited to see. All right, give everybody here apples and cheese. Lowers their... Now, the owl also has a secondary effect, right? Increases debuff piercing. Could be pretty good for us. We are running Confessor, so she does apply debuffs, which is, you know, good for us. Mastery Trainer, we have 5 because it's Denial, so let's pay attention to what we like. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade Divine Grace because it's pretty bad without it. Play Grenade because it's always good. IS because it just opens up that heal for us so much. Crush because we want the damage. And I should upgrade one of our stress heals. Let's upgrade Sanctuary. Yeah, we're busy. You guys, I don't know how the hell you guys are doing everything you're doing. And then there's like, I remember there's an article where Tyler was like, oh yeah, there's another DLC that we're working on. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, sure. Yeah, add more. How are you doing it, Red Hook? Ooh, Tinker's Gear. We should probably go for that. Produce explosive items. Avoid the Hoarder, but more Hoarder locations. Interesting. That'll probably heavily restrict us. This should still be possible. I hope so. With Tooth and Nail, man. Yeah, exactly. I'm hoping this is still possible. It should be. I don't think it counteracts each other.
Another inferno of
Testing the mod that allows the Antiquarian character. Necro, I've already done a video on the Antiquarian mod. Did it quite a while back. It's on my YouTube. Unfortunately, that mod no longer currently works. But Deadku, who is the developer of that mod, says that they're working on it and they will be continuing trying to get it working. Once modding tools come out and stuff like that a bit more. Is plausible, but unlikely. Well, we'll take it, either way. Crescent Laudanum and Glimmers. I need to make sure I grab Glimmers, because I gotta be better about the Torchlight, man. Oh, we also have a Hail Drought here. Who doesn't need crit? You. Have 69 health. Look at that. Fucking nerd. All right. Okay, let's go to the Sprawl. I did that on purpose. I'm kidding, I didn't do that on purpose. That man at arms is fucking. He can never die. That's valid.
Behold.
I did put the beacon on, right? Okay.
Of man. Ruined.
All right, is it possible to get through this without touching a Hoarder? This way, that way, that way, that way. Yes, it is. There's only one path, but it's the path of righteousness. And that's the path. Actually, there's two paths. We could take the lair if we wanted to. I think we might take the lair. A, it's going to give us more resources, which is important. There's actually multiple paths we can take. There is a hospital this way, but I don't really want to do double assistance encounters, right? Like, that doesn't do anything for us this early on. So let's take the... We're not going to fight the Sprawl. We're not going to fight the lair. I mean, we could. This team would actually do pretty well against the lair boss, honestly. I mean, we could. I don't know. I've never fought Ordained Librarian before, though, so I don't know what that's fucking like. This is the torch I've played the least of. I've only done Acts 1 and 2 with this, and, like, I hated every second of it, because we were doing a Grand Slam at the time. So, no Grand Slam definitely, like, makes this better. Don't even have to fight the boss for this one, albeit it would be entertaining. Yeah, we don't have to fight the boss for this one, but, like, we're, you know, we're probably in an okay position to try and fight the boss if we wanted to. If you beat Act 2. I don't think I did, actually. I think I got up through 2 Act... No, I did offline. I beat Act 2 offline. That's what I did. What is a Grand Slam? Grand Slam is doing all 5 acts with one team and no heroes dying. Help a lot, especially if it's a burn on crit. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, right, like, you're completely right in that for this kind of challenge, you need to have every bit of help that you can get. And so something like that would be very helpful, right? Yeah, we don't have to worry about him. That also puts these guys in position, because now I can play grenade them. Or we could blinding gas them. Mudwallop, thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate it. It's coming a little earlier than my redeemed. So we also get a chance for those to blight as well. But thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate it. Very kind of you. See, that blinding gas, man. People sleeping on blinding gas. But you can change path within a Grand Slam. Yes, you can. You can change paths, yeah. No, you could before. It just, most people didn't. As far as I know, you could. RNG by smart. Yeah, I mean, it's the thing about blind, right? Same thing with DD2 or DD1, right? Like lowering accuracy and or stacking dodge or whatever the case is, right? It's the most powerful form of damage mitigation until it's not, right? Free period where memories lock the path, but that was pre-path swapping at ins, I think. Ah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. There is an achievement for it. Yeah, there's an achievement for it, Despair. But you don't have to do it on, you don't have to, like, do it on the hard... Like, when I did my Grand Slam, I did it on Grand Slam Stygian, which I also have that whole series on YouTube. Now, that was the old Stygian Flame, which I would argue was a little bit more wacky than the current Stygian Flame. And then they added the Vitrin, and it wasn't retroactive, so now I have to do it again. I have 5 years of visions for this game in my head. It's hard. Oh, I bet. So since the OP pass removed, how invalidated is your Grand Slam? Yeah, all right, Zero. All right, this guy over here. How invalidated is your Grand Slam? I see how it is. I see how it is, Zero. Also, they're not completely gone yet. I still have Alchemist. The most broken path in the game. Come on. Old paths removed. On the other hand, we used to have we used to have old limerence, yeah. Zero, please sass BB more. Yeah, Zero just comes in here and causes chaos, man. But then again, that's what he does in the game too, so. If you guys have ever had an interaction in this game that's made you angry, you can probably blame Zero for it. I usually do. I'm a real-life occultist, here to cause RNG and bleed. Hey, you like Matei a lot. He's my occultist guy. Dodge it? Oh my god, Vestal is absolutely cracked. Anybody who says Vestal isn't like the best hero in the game is fucking lying. I can't wait for the bastard-speaking Grand Slam. I can't wait to never do that, so that way I never have to do that. I do owe you a lot of drawings of spiders, I know. I hate pit fighters. Also, why did I leave the pit fighter till last? It's not like this guy gets, I don't know, stronger every round he's alive. Why is the duelist so hard to use? This is where Zero comes back with a big whopping skill issue. Called it. I called it. I don't know what to tell you. Honestly, that's fine. Spread the damage out so I don't have a guy with like a shit ton of burn. Oh, right. This guy gets 400,000 actions because that makes sense. At least I heal between lair fights now, which is nice. Now, Vestal's the best hero in the game. BB half here. Vestal is T tier. I did think she was D tier, but then I like got better and started realizing that, you know. So now it's nice to have a technical skill ceiling. Yeah, no, I really think that Duelist and Crusader are perfect, like, juxtaposition of, like, skill. Honestly, though, like, Templar and stuff does take a good amount of, like, thinking to make him work properly. But otherwise, you can just throw Crusader on and be like, he hit good, he stun thing, he heal, it good, you know? And that's a totally valid way to play him. Yeah, exactly, especially since Crusader is the total opposite. They were a good juxtaposition together. I don't like Decimal System. Decimal System is so hard to get. I mean, it's good in the final. I'll tell you what, in the boss fight, if you can go faster than the boss, this is generally better because it does make one of your heroes, if you get somebody really quick, just like stack damage very rapidly. But the stress is very annoying, especially because all the enemies are ordained, right? So everybody gets that +4 or whatever BS speed that ordainment gives them. Charred Litany does very little for us. Tinderbox, this is not worth it. We're not taking this fight. I'm not getting anything out of this that I need besides mastery points. Very first note I wrote when I started on Duelist was, don't make it too complicated. Yeah. And then like a week later you threw that note out and you're like, yeah, you know what?
At least it should be.
Yeah, Crusader is the jack of all trades, right? Yeah, this is talking when we talk about damage or like mitigation of like risk. This is that situation. I don't need a lair fight. It would set us up well if we got like the burn on crit trophy or something like that. But like to take an ordained boss that I don't need to in order to just do it is completely unnecessary. He said not too complicated. There could be like 5 stances, but there's not. I'm gonna miss Vanguard damage. You guys are gonna murder my boy, I know it. I felt really bad, man, because there was somebody on console commenting on one of my videos, and they were like, why does your Vanguard do that? I don't understand. I'm like, sorry, bud. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, Artie, how's it going? I'm so used to, like, focusing on healing. Not that, like, focusing on healing is bad by any means, but I should probably be putting out damage.
Early results are encouraging.
Shove that in his face. Let's not bug the devs. Well, we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see what they're cooking up over there. I know Zero likes to cook.
There is comfort in company.
Riposte. 25? It's less than I thought. I thought you guys had about 30 over there.
Calculation, perhaps.
Maybe I'm just thinking of the whole team, though. I'm off-site, dude. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, forget you're off-site. Stamp. Look at that. And that's why vulnerable and block are good things, because the difference between 4 damage and 1 damage is, oddly enough, quite a lot. Pretty good chance we kill here. Ah, man. Why'd you roll low? Like, you had the option to roll, like, 3 damage above that and less, and that would still have been fine. But you didn't. And I hate you for it. With old man arms passes that they gave damage buffs to utility skills that were supposed to be low damage. Look, I'm old enough to remember the original version of Vanguard before it was, back when it was, the paths were swapped. They were, Vanguard and Bulwark were like the other way around, and it was like plus 100% damage on crush skills. That was insane. The original like paths back when like Master and Apprentice were paths as well. That shit was gnarly. Like just some insane freaking numbers, man. You get like Bloodthirsty on like a old Bulwark mana arms, and you were just like one-shotting everything in the game. It was great. Now I've got to like, I don't know, use skill to do that. Who has time for that? This guy wants -5 torch for in items. This gives us, you think about it, right? We're trying to think about cost here. 12 relics for 2 in items could be good, depending on what the in items are, right? Now, this is -5 torch for some stagecoach items. Let's take the stagecoach items. They're generally going to be worth more, right? I mean, compress kit is good. If we can, it doesn't produce anything for us, but it does allow us to stack more, which is always nice. Do like a little bit of stacking. What they'll do to Virtuoso.
Chosen wisely.
I don't know what they're gonna do to Jester, but it's gonna be a lot of crying, I'm sure. You guys are gonna release that patch, and Zero's gonna sit there with his cup of coffee, pull up Discord. That's gonna be Zero.
More arrive, foolishly
Oslovan,
seeking
WOT,
fortune
thank you
and
very much for the
glory
follow. Welcome to the Brat Pack.
in this
Good to have you
domain
here. Thank you so much.
of the damned.
I have one of those, like, heroes dead because they don't have OP paths anymore, like with Sharp Shot. Same thing happened when they nerfed Mana Arms the first time, right? People were just like up in arms, man. Okay, so here's an interesting thing. We have a compress kit and a mortar and pestle. Now, it's not necessarily the best combination for outlet, but that being said, it does produce items, and the blueprint tube will produce more of those items, and then we can stack them higher. And poultices can be really strong. Like, if we can, especially if we can start generating the stun ones for that fight. So I think we're gonna take it. Though, you know, we don't have much time to generate much, so we'll have to figure out. It'll be throwing a gas can into a fire and hiding while it all burns to the ground. Absolutely. I was reading Chris's tweet the other day about that comment that he got. I mean, I don't know how y'all... I do not know how you guys do it. How you guys deal with the consistent haterade that gets thrown your way, but kudos to y'all for what you do. Dismiss and Audrey updates prepare people for the general direction. Yeah, I think generally they do, and they have. Man, when curing Kappa procs on play grenade, oh, that's what gets me up in the morning, man. Doing this for 20 years. I don't know that I've ever gotten used to the random terrible viral. I guess getting used to it would probably be like a dehumanizing thing, right? Like, it's human to obviously care about it and be affected when people say stuff like that. Just like that. So, yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it either. I don't understand what people think it accomplishes. You know, like what it makes them feel better, I think, is the obvious answer, right? Like, they feel like it's a good thing to do. I'm just gonna clear those dots.
Extinguished at last.
Yeah, DD franchise is absolutely a labor of love, and everybody here can attest to how much they enjoy it. What it takes to decide to write that shit and send it to somebody, and I'm sure that's not even like... I'm positive that's not even like the worst thing that people have sent to, you know... I'm sure that there have been like death threats. I mean, I remember watching the documentary, and it was like, oh yeah, we added corpses and people started sending us death threats. You're like,
All
huh?
manner of diversion and
Zero, thank you very much for the sub, dude. I appreciate that. Be gone, Nats! Oh, hey! And I loved the corpse update. Were you with Red Hook when that happened? I don't know if you were on the team back then. Made me rethink my play. Yeah, because that's how I remember it. No, you were just DD community back then. Yeah. Like, that's how I remember it being. It's like, oh wow, I don't just shove Leper in rank 1 and smash until enemy, like, the meat grinder of enemies coming forward. Like, that's not fun, man. And I was right before blinding blades, and some people were like, they nerf mana arms to make Crusader. Yes, people were saying that. A lot of people were saying that. Was awesome to me. Dots had new purpose, as did crits. I had to consider reach instead of table sawing the front two of rotating PB. Yeah, exactly. Like, the strategy from it was, like, so much more in-depth. Like, so well done. Hey, August, how's it going? Welcome on in. I think, and obviously, looking back at it, I think most everybody here, like, agrees with that sentiment, right? But it's just interesting to look back at it and be like, man, people were not happy with this whole thing. Asking people to rub brain cells together is somehow offensive. Yes, sir. How dare you? Strategy in my turn-based strategy game? Fuck off with that. Blade Tornado! What a cool name for an ability. I always love that one. Could you guys have one more stress, like, please? I guess actually that for unupgraded bolster, I probably don't want you to. Crusader power creeping mana arms was one of the funniest things I heard. Not even comparable. Well, I get a lot of people are just like, guys with armor, they hit hard and they both have stuns, like in the first game, right? They do both have stuns still, but yeah, I think a lot of people are like, they're the same hero. Like, do you think they're the same hero in the first game? Because they're not. Skill naming is one of the unspoken perks of the job. I'm so glad I was allowed to get away with the boot. Oh my god, dude, that's such a... Hello. Hey, look, devs here and I get dev luck. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I like it when the devs come to chat, man. How dare you change a build I looked up on YouTube that I have perfected in 500 hours. It's now useless. Now I have to experiment or wait until the next vid from Britishbrat. Yeah, exactly. Oh god, I don't want to call somebody out because it's whatever. But somebody in the DD Cord was like, "Hey, are there any YouTubers or whatever that make videos for Darkest Dungeon that I can watch?" And very kind people recommended myself along with, you know, like Shuffle and Mariner and other people. And the person went, "I've watched Britishbrat stuff. I don't like him." And I was like, oh. I was like, I just responded with a sad face. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry you don't." And to that person, if you watch this video, I'm not calling you out. It's just funny. Arms of Crusader are very different in DD1. DD2, the only common thing is stress heal. Yeah, exactly. Really good question, I think. Why do crits not have innate execution, but the resistance, piercing, etc.? Well, I think most of it has to do, crits, execution was not something that was initially built into the game. Like, Death Armor and execution came much later into the game's development, like after the game fully released. And I think execution is an extremely potent ability, and crits are far too easy to farm. There are so many ways to get your characters to get above 50% crit, like, reliably, and it would just end up making characters like the Grave Robber, in particular, like, completely unethically broken. Like, they would just murder everything all the time, always. It'd be like having permanent murder weapon. There is an item that lets you get kills on crits. There is a rare item in the game called Murder Weapon that will actually let you, if you crit an enemy, you have a chance for it to just straight up, not just like hit that, like remove death armor, like dead, completely, immediately dead. So like that is a thing that you can get in this game. Nobody has the speed to take advantage of this, but we do have the ability to apply the dots, and that's still pretty good, I think. So we'll just go ahead and toss that on. Let's keep this on, but let's give it to somebody who actually needs the stress heal. And then we'll toss this over there. Stun worthy, point of comparison. Almost everyone has stun in DD1. With that logic, PD and Hellion are the same character. Yeah. Stuns were also like, I mean, we all know the memes about stuns in DD1, right? Like they were obnoxiously broken to a point. Like, once I learned how to effectively stun, like, the game became, like, much easier. Like, just lock the enemy down, like, target priority, who do you stun first, have a primary stun, have a backup stun, you're golden. Hey, look, everybody agrees for once. Yeah, give Vestal a toy elephant. You've now won the game. Exactly. That charm was broken, dude. Consider the fact you get that early, like, so often, like, such an early trick. They're like, 50% chance on both of you to dodge. Could you do a little better, please? Okay, I'm gonna do this just to, there's the miss. Oh, good job, Strange Sapper. Thank you. That's okay. Got up to more than 200% stun chance. It could stun the same guy multiple times, even though he had a stun resist. Yes, exactly. Like, it was just like, completely, like, what the heck is going on? Your response to stuns, to the point where they were just useless. At least now, yeah, I definitely agree that it's kind of gone from one extreme to a happy medium now, where it was like, okay, stuns are like not in the game at all. And now it's like, okay, stuns like have a place in the game. You can build around them. You can create like a strong stun-based team, but you need to really focus on doing that. And it's not necessarily the best strategy, right? So, but you can definitely do it. Like, I've run stun teams before, and they're pretty fun. Damage, 11 damage. God, I love Infernal Taskmaster. I love Ignite as an ability when enemies can self-ignite and get an action the same turn, while there are also support enemies that use their whole turn to give them Ignite, because I feel like that is weird. What's up, Carrie? How you doing? Stuns are the same vibe as a specific loadout in MMO that used to be crushing. Yeah, exactly. Murder? Almost murder. Let's talk about days just skipping completely whenever that person's the last in the row, and I don't need to wait for the days token to disappear, them go through the days animation, and then go. I should have killed him, honestly. Oh well.
Measure out your violence and apply it.
Letting this one get away from me just a little bit, huh? The stress down here. My fave days plus days equal. I remember when they added that. That was like a stealth drop, basically. It's like, what the heck? Why is my... I think I remember because I had a jester with cholera, and he was dazing himself, and then he would daze using Encore or Finale, and then he was suddenly stunned, and I was like, what is happening? Like, where is this coming from? I don't understand. And then it was like Zero laughing in the back like a maniac, like, like, look what I did to you. Like, oh, you... Can this be on a cooldown, please? Why? It deals stress burn and hits all 4 characters. Time for new behavior. I'm sure you guys did, but it definitely, like, was not my first thought. Get some stress healing at least here. Hollow your vessel or Infernal Taskmaster. Okay, well, look, nothing compares to Hollow Vessel. Everybody knows that is that ability is got problems, all right? Do I care about the stress or the healing more? Or do I care about killing? If I kill this guy, then we don't worry about them taking the damage, and we can just reduce the stress later. That ability will never change. All right, well, you've heard it first. Hollow Vessel is never changing. Nobody wants Tinderbox. I'll keep it, though. Ravenous Reach. Ravenous Reach is the boss I struggle with the most still to this day. Really, I really struggle with Ravenous Reach. Just remember, guys, whenever you tell Zero to remove something from the game, he doubles down on it. So, learn that lesson the hard way. Hey, Syod, how you doing, bud? That's a lot of stress. You ever thought about not having that much stress? God damn it, Pate, no! You're trolling me.
There is comfort in company.
What? What the? Sergeant Mana Arms, Scourge Flag, Wanderer Hyomin, Solace Jester. Oh, interesting. You open my eyes to Healer Tank Flag. Healer Tank Flag is amazing until everybody, or until he's like horribly dead. Oh, look at that. Double proc there. Very nice. Live up to that. They absolutely do. The spiders are horrendous in every way. Man, I love having Curing Kappa and stuff on characters that can do... Like, I'm so glad that these all interact with each other now, because they didn't used to. Semyon56, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. Hey, look, I hollowed her vessel. I did it, guys. I did the meme. We need 3 ghoul mesh. I love how one of the initial mods that somebody made when we were looking through was just no ghoul meshes. It's like, oh, okay. You are the Cardinal now. I am. I've been going to the gym. My left arm is massive. I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm not gonna comment on that. We're doing a fun fact? A fun fact from the book of fun facts? All right. Fun fact number 27 from the book of fun facts is the combination of a question mark and an exclamation mark, and then it has a question mark, exclamation mark, is called an interrobang. Interrobang? Yeah. That was invented in the 1960s by an advertiser named Martin Spector. There you go. Interrobang. Interrobang? Interrobang. Entaro Tessadar. why that made me think of that.
Deliberate and methodical appliance of harm.
By light fire. Glad somebody got it. That's actually my alter ego. Interrobang is your alter ego.
In this world, wealth is worthless without purpose.
And StarCraft. The first game I really played. Man, I loved Brood War. Multiplayer StarCraft was what forged me as a young lad. Sounds more like a stage. Yeah, it does. Hey, it's Interrobang! Everybody get your money out. I mean, how are we doing on mastery points? Excellent. Love that. That's what I like to see. Hey, look, a Boisterous doing something for us. That's a pretty good little haul. Man, I can't wait to get the Obliviated livery on my stagecoach. And that way, when all the people come to play the game when Kingdoms comes out, and they see my Obliviated livery, they're gonna be like, damn, this guy knows what he's doing. This guy knows what's up. Sounds, I will neither confirm nor deny. How Master turned evil like the Antiquarian, you have to put, what? No! I almost want to ban you for that comment. I am not, no, we're not putting down the Houndmaster's dog. Absolutely not. Nope. Not happening. So don't say that, Zero. People are gonna take that out of context and it's gonna be all over DD cord and shit. What do you think the get?
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Nope. Don't say that about my boy. All right. The dog is fine. Abomination back in its backstory is that it just ate the Houndmaster's dog. What? Yeah, I actually, yeah, I remember looking that up when I saw Gander. I was like, ooh, wait, no, there's got to be an interesting reason for this name. And yeah, I remember reading that, being like, oh, that's super cool. It's like yeah, it's like based on a war dog, right? What is wrong with you people? I don't know. Zero develops this game. You tell me. Find that one. War dog names are dumb as fuck. Oh, I mean, I know some dogs' names when I was in the service that were just like, this is Boofer. Like, bro, you want to be like, you're gonna give a medal to fucking Sergeant Boofer when he like saves somebody? Like, what? Hey, Arriving Soul, how's it going? Posted to Gander for 3 months prior to drop school. The what? Is that a place?
A small reprieve from this carousel of horrors.
What gives Vestal dodge? Off guard or on guard. Because she's goated. Named Sergeant Stubby into the damn game. I mean, people would roll with that though. They think that's hilarious. Gander, there's actually a place named after him. That's really cool. Or is he named after the place? Who knows? Put the Polish World War II bear in the game as a creature den mini boss. Air Force Base Town. That's really cool. We need the horses from the Color of Madness, and they should be named after like some famous war horses. Because there's a lot of really famous war horses out there. Cut due to localization length was Gander Beast of the Battalion. Oh my god, that's fucking awesome. Should have put that in the rabid blood when you get it. Isn't that the Gander's item, rabid blood? Just be like blood of the beast as the text. It's crazy long already in English, even worse than Cyrillic. Yeah, I can't imagine how difficult it is to like do stuff with localization in mind. Jabroni! Ah! What's up, man? How's it going? How you doing, bud? Welcome on in. Thank you for the raid, my friend. We had a shout out. Thank you very much. There's that shout out. Playing some Darkest Dungeon 2. What's that like? Never heard of that game before. Jared, thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate it. How are your runs today? I know you're doing randomizers now. After you've done your Vitrin. Good to have you all in here. For those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Britishbrat. I'm also a Darkest Dungeon 2 streamer. Welcome. Snorlax, Jared, welcome. Gander ultimately died picking up a grenade that landed by troops and running it away from. That's insane, dude. That's such a crazy story. I love the effort you guys put into like naming stuff.
Seeking
Faster speaking, let's go. We're on it. Hey, SS Masiege? Let me know how to pronounce that if I'm saying it wrong. Welcome on in. Good to have you here. The goodest boy, yes. We're talking about Gander right now. What does the flame do? The flame gives enemies 100% chance to be ordained. All enemies, including lair bosses. It increases the chance for wandering mini bosses to spawn, and also gives confession bosses unique buffs. They make them much more powerful. Matthias? Okay, Matthias. Sorry, not Matthias. Matthias. Matthias, yes. Yeah, of course. Oh, my headset's about to die. That's not good. I actually don't have a charger here for it. I had to move it into the bedroom. I'll have to grab that in a minute. Act 2, the bigger thresholds, no joke. Oh, yeah, Act 2 is one of the biggest thresholds for this fight, absolutely. Like a terrible idea. It definitely increases the chances of death to spawn. It's one of the things we were talking about at the very beginning. Get a good heal here. Good pass heal here. Let's go ahead and tenacity. She's gonna have to get a grace. We should be able to get grace going. Get a nice heal here. Ooh, good crit. One of my favorite creations. It's such a unique idea. I really love the token interaction of when abilities that interact with tokens like that are so fun, in my opinion. Will we get value out of this? A 9 heal there. We should probably just go for the kill, huh? Because that's going to be a lot of bleed. We should just avoid taking that damage. There's a lot of room for unique buffs, stuff like that. The token system in general is by and okay. I think by and far one of the best aspects of this game, easily. Easily. I mean, crits are nice, but we also kind of want people to be hitting, or to like be hit. Like I could give it to Plague Doctor, but I really do think we're getting a lot of value out of curing Kappa on her, especially because she has the piercing on it. Really think about this, but there is an interaction with Tinderbox in this. This could increase the amount of blight that deals. It's an interesting interaction. Sorry, all the heroes are named. Go ahead and reject that. Yeah, she's memoried, so I can't rename her. One of the devs is here. Rank 2 administrations when? Yeah. There's already one of the mods.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting.
What, inventory management?
This
yeah,
is
I agree,
awful
Mark.
in every way. If I could kill it, I would. But I legally can't.
There are yet places such as this.
Why can't we name memoried heroes? I've been asking that question for a very long time. I'm sure we'll get a mod that lets us do it. All right, so we did complete anti-commerce there. I completely forgot
The next stop
that was the thing that we were doing.
Plan accordingly.
I even went for this, and I don't even know if I want to do it now. Do we have any more Tinker's gear in here? Nothing. No, it's medical gear. Oh, might as well produce some poultice items, right?
Indeed,
Might be able to
it
stack
ever
them
did.
higher, but we can produce them at least, which would be pretty good. I feel like we haven't really been producing many trap items, but who knows?
Learn what can be taught.
One mastery
I think
point,
we
ladies and
stand just a
gentlemen.
little
One
taller
whole
at the
mastery
end.
point. We're really living the dream. I don't know whose dream we're living, but we're living it. Bulwark of Faith is a really strong ability to upgrade. That double 3 taunt, 4 regen. Yeah, it's really good.
Every
I was
roll
like,
of
oh man, why do I only have one
torment,
option? Yeah, because I'm on Act
every
1.
turn,
I completely forget that I'm on
death
Act
on
1.
our destruction.
Alright, let's think about what do we got here? What do we need to focus on? We've got some food. Let's just grab some cheaperoni
Something to
food
ease
here.
the rigors of the road.
I don't have any clarifying poultices. I really wish I did. But alas, I do not. Things we need to think about for the beacon. We should probably grab relationships. Our thing we should probably be taking a look at here. Positive, 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 positive. Looks like we have one. Oh, no, here we go. Paracelsus and Junia. So let's see if we can get them up. Always checking for that double proc. And we got the double proc that time. That's good. We gotta get some out of this. We have one 5% chance for a negative relationship. That's not too bad. I'm gonna go grab a charging cable for my headset quickly because I don't want it to die on me. So I'll be right back. Enjoy some clips in the meantime. Why is it like creamy? All right. Unblinking entropy at least. Come on. You owe me that.
Past is gone. Let it die.
Eyes of the voice, fucking good trick. Fuck you, game. A shambler a day keeps the horrors still inside of my head, screaming in agonizing pain for the duration of my life as I suffer in silence while the people around me attempt to live normal lives.
Just a moment of silence here.
Okay. We're back. All right. Tentophobic isn't great. What do we got? What are we like? What is the goal stuff? Avoid the field hospital. Guaranteed field hospital. Could be pretty good for us. Let's save our money then. Let's grab glimmers, actually. We'll always grab glimmers. There's already a mod. I think we talked about this the other day, but somebody made a mod that that makes it so that you die when you hit death's door. Like you insta die when you hit death's door, which is just fucking wild to me. About a bit. Oh yeah, when you see my younger me clips, little old baby BB. That's just normal DD. Valid.
Rewards only.
There should be a guaranteed hospital here. I am the PP Pooper Man. Thank you for reminding the people of that. I appreciate it. Okay. Scary Song. I don't know if I care for Scary Song too much. We'll see where people want to go. We might be able to get something decent out of it, but
Exhausted.
let's go for it. I mean, we might get a quirk out of it, or a decent quirk out of it at least. Like, if we had really good stun resist, I mean, we have some decent stun resist, but, like, Drone Pipe is only going to hurt us more than anything. Like, Astroglass Flute is interesting. It can be kind of fun sometimes, but I don't think it really works in our favor. Team for Act 4, it should be fun, not sweaty. I mean, any team can take it, but, I mean, you really just want teams that are able to remove the, our old Cosmic Hater here. remove the
Amidst the spoils, an artifact of unparalleled power.
what is it? The tokens, right? That's like the big thing you want to work with. So like highway robbery is really useful. If you can get pilfered well for the Crusader, that's a really good trinket. Bellows, super useful for mana arms. Vulnerability hex on a cultist is a really good pick for that fight. Duelist can ignore a lot of the tokens, which is very useful. Whoa, that was a big hole, huh? Damn.
My wealth and possessions, bundled into this meager pile.
Yep. A lot of stimulating pulses here, which is good. I can still keep this. This is fine. Pilfer Wealth has DD1's Kleptomania barks. Yeah. When it triggers it, he'll do like his little whistle. It's really funny. It's such a nice little like nod to the first game. I love it.
You must be strong enough to shoulder.
Oh my
more
God, Chris
than your
Barusa
share
responded
of
to
the
my
burden.
tweet. Wow, that's very nice of Chris to do. Good guy, Chris, over there. The thing is, I'm simply overwhelmed by choices, so I press random, sometimes think about what would make it better. I mean, that's a decent way to learn a lot about different teams. You can find a lot of very interesting teams by playing
Require
random.
Careful deliberation.
Let's go this way. We're not going to end up with much mastery going into this fight, which is definitely concerning. I mean, I think we'll be okay, but I mean, this fight, we really have to think about who we want to hit down first, right? Like, part of me wants to get rid of the healing lock immediately so we can just kind of, like, deal with the regen. The thing is, like, we can probably outpace the regen to a decent degree with dots, assuming we can land them. Okay. Ray, isn't he scripted to be Klepto? I think he's heavily weighted to, but I don't know if he's like guaranteed to.
You may outwit them yet.
There's one lock that can apply dots, and it can apply all of them, but it can only apply one at a time. He always oh, he does always have it. Okay, I thought it was heavily weighted. I didn't know if it was guaranteed, but that's a nice little just thing there, right? We had to make that. I mean, absolutely, I agree. I think that was definitely the right thing to do. Do this just because I don't want. I know he's got the riposte, but I really don't want him getting hit with about the block tokens and stuff. So this gives everybody a lot of block, which is nice. Though we're just gonna get Piercing Bolt, which is like, yeah, block tokens. I don't care. But hey, you know what? Good for you guys, man. Good for you guys. I don't think he's guaranteed to have Warrior Light. I haven't seen that one on him very often. Oh, what? Okay, all right. I guess I'm crazy. I could have sworn that I had different ones. Then again, my beginnings with Ray might be slightly skewed just because of my situation. So maybe I just didn't notice. That's probably what it was. Get rid of that bellow. Only back when he's first equipped, yeah. Or first acquired, yeah. That makes sense. Warrior of Light was added when the update came out for Binding Blade. Yeah, it did not used to be in the game. There's still quite a few quirks that like you very rarely see in this game. Like we got Disarmor the other day, and I was like, man, I've seen this quirk like 4 times in my life. There's like mini Jinx Pretty cool quirk, actually. All right. He's gonna go to Death's Door either way, right? Get the block, get the regen, get the taunt, and get the bleed resist. There we go. We're gonna take that massive amount of damage. We might as well use it as a stress reduction. And he gets strong on Death's Door. Yep, I'm prepared for it. I want to see if I can get a divine. Damn, I was really hoping I get divine grace here, but no. Oh well, get a heal here. There we go. Guy's really good at shoving that sword back into the ground every time he gets hit.
Cut down these
Hey, a mastery point.
and
Hey!
blaze the trail of your redemption.
Hey! What's going on? What's all this? Oh, look at that! Is he slow enough? Hmm. There you go. Let's go to the hospital. I know we lose out on the goal, but the goal is an item that I'm not going to be able to use, so. More often than a help. Yeah, you definitely have to be cautious about where that... Okay. Hey, since we do have a dev here, I hate to bug report you while you're here, but when I can stack items more because of a stagecoach item, and then it does this to me, and I have to resort it every time, and then it stacks them for me, come on, man. All right. Let's go ahead and drop these, and look at all these freaking stimulants, man. You know, actually, that item would be pretty good for stack. Can you imagine? Actually, it's too late now. We can't avoid the hospital. But if we'd avoided the hospital, we'd get that bag, and then we'd be able to stack the stimulants.
Emptied of mind
Save
and
for fast
spirit
repo. Okay.
by some existential shock.
Bug reporting. Bug reporting. Items do not stack. Properly is the wrong term. Automatically is what we should be saying here. I can type. Remember, kids, report your bugs.
The poor devils roam aimlessly amidst the trees.
What about stopping the stagecoach when you get item? But I just, yeah, it's better than it used to be. I think there's sometimes it stops and sometimes it doesn't stop. Just kind of depends. Oh, I thought that was a Templar for a second. I was like, oh, this is not what I need right now.
Cunning, you may outwit them yet.
Stack size sounds like a good quirk to have, doesn't it?
Agony.
I love
by
blind.
accumulation.
I also love 6 regen. Oh, he doesn't have claws. I was like, wait, what's going on here? No, he doesn't have quenching claws. Oh my god, that'd be a crazy quirk. Can you imagine? That'd be insane, dude. Dude, you do not need to crit every single time you fire that fucking thing. I'm like... Get stronger with the chocolate item, yeah.
And wanes.
Crit more uwu. No thanks. I should have gotten into him. I don't really know why. That was dumb. Is an uwu? Yeah, yeah. Uwu? My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. I'm glad that I could help. Guys, what should I have for lunch today? I need you guys to help me pick my lunch. I don't know what to have for lunch today. Let's get rid of that riposte. Panera. Hey, Lise. How's it going? I haven't had Panera in a long time. Very long time. A torta? Oh, there's that torta place right across the street from me. That'd be pretty good. Options? I mean, we have every kind of food that you could have, you know, available. Two big-ass Greek gyros with tzatziki sauce. Damn, that sounds fucking good, too. Soup, obviously, with crackers. I mean, you know what? For some reason, I feel like you know what you're talking about when it comes to that. I am letting this guy live way too fucking long right now. She has increased bleed resist, which is pretty good there. Nope, I'm not hitting into that. Good bleed resist. Big fucking burger. Yeah, I wish I could. My diet says otherwise right now. Some 10 delicacies? Yo, 10 delicacies would smack right now. Fuck, Unguard gives him more death armor. God damn it. It's definitely weighted to not take off the riposte tokens. Like, it's prioritizing the block tokens first, it seems. Carnitas Torto with super fries? Oh my god. That's making me fucking hungry. You guys are making me hungry.
An inkling of potency still lingers in some of these well-worn relics.
Standard, all allies behind, start with a block token. That's probably better than Astroglass Flute, honestly. It's a lot of block, so take it. Make me need to go get lunch, yeah. Just step back, what's weighted? Illumination token removal, every single time we did it, it removed the block tokens, never the riposte tokens. So I'm wondering if there was some sort of weight to the, to it picking which tokens that it removes. Hey, Tiny Toaster, how's it going? Truffle fries and espresso martini. That is a very interesting combination. First in, first out. In the case, but that ability, his on guard gives him both the block and the riposte tokens at the same time. So is it just a matter of it's the token on the left, so therefore it's the token that's removed first? I mean, it could just be as simple as that.
Joints ache and muscles burn. The body requires attention.
Block is being applied before the riposte. Okay. Plus some catfish or dirty rice. Oh my god, seafood sounds really good. Yeah, technically nothing is the same time code. I absolutely, yeah, from my perspective, it's the same time, but it's probably not, you know, when it comes to the realism of it. I would love to be able to stack things freaking nicely, but I can't, and I kind of was an idiot. Because if I did take that bag, I would be able to stack all of these on a one hero and get a shit ton of strength. I think we're dropping silent treatment at this point. It just really doesn't do anything for us. That clarifying poultice is nice. I wish we had more of them. I really don't need impermeable poultices. I'm entirely definitely don't need soothing poultices. We can take the impermeables, like it's not a bad thing. Drop the candles too. Let's grab the healing salve.
Tinctures and remedies. The science of hope.
Blight resist fract 1. No, I don't. But if we're gonna have anything, like I have 3 of them. There is blight in the fight. Like let's just take it. If I can take it. Otherwise, like if there are clarifying poultices, I would take them over anything else. But if we have 3 of them, we might as well use that to our advantage and make us more immune to a single type of dot throughout the whole team. Can't stun this. Man, passive heal is so freaking nice to have. I like forget how good passive heal is. Like, oh, my team is like fully healed. Like, how did that happen? Oh, they just live? Oh, okay.
Excellent work.
What Weeks of Hateful Pyre does to motherfucker? Yeah, exactly. You get so used to it after a while, you know? I mean, if you're gonna take all the bleed, put it into one person, I guess.
Victory supposes strategy.
Yeah, that's a heal for us. Hey, Sarah, how's it going? We're on Bastard's Beacon. What flame was the worst, BB? Corpse Light was really rough. Was not a big fan of Corpse Light after a while. Hateful Pyro is pretty brutal, but I don't know. I feel like it could have been worse. I'm trying to think what was the worst one so far. I think Corpse Light was probably the one I've had the most issue with. It was just the slog after a while. Like, it's a fun idea, like, I like it, but I wouldn't want to do it, you know, 5 in a row again, you know? Killer's Glow, yeah, that's also another one that can be pretty rough. And that person was already dead. I probably should have paid more attention to that. Feel like a breeze after you're done with BB. Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest issue with Stygian a lot of times is just the relationships more than anything.
A slow dissection. Unavoidable end.
Those are infectious enemies too. Probably should pay more attention to that. My hope is that, like, really, I don't think the issue of these runs is going to be the fights generally. It's going to be the boss fights. The boss fights are just the thing that hurts these runs. Like, I'm not confident in my ability to take on Denial, and that's saying something, because Denial is by far the easiest boss, but because of the way this torch works, it's going to kick me in the ass. Just look at the beacon, looks rough as fuck. Yeah, the Ordainment is really brutal. If you take a look at what it does to the Confession bosses, though, like how it modifies them, like they get fucking nightmarish. Path Vestal is? Yeah, Vestal is Confessor. Radiant Flame is a nightmare. So glad it only gets easier after that. Yeah. Radiant Flame is an absolute pain for sure. What torch are we running? We're on Bastard's Beacon, Arb.
Agony by accumulation.
Okay. Yeah, I would say its effect is more just because of the fact you don't have as much time to prepare for it. So it makes it really, really noticeable, the effects that it gets. Man, people sleep on these like sapper and like these like trinkets that give negative tokens on like percentage base. Like, yes, they can be ineffective at times, but like they also, like when they proc, and they proc more often than you might think, they really fucking proc. Especially on AoE heroes, there's so much value on them. Alright, get rid of the Herald. 4 or 5. Okay, Herald is dead. Let's go ahead and bulwark here just to get the increased regen. There's a Nocturne. We can get rid of that token with Vestal, which would be nice. Focus here. Sapper over disarming deck. Generally, I would say vulnerable is more potent. Yeah, I agree. I love Confessor, man. Token removal is so useful. Wasn't really too much point in doing that. Like, adding more dot there didn't do anything. That's our first stun we've gotten with Clenching Claws. Interesting. Was that just the last round of the dots? It must have been, right? Okay. I was like, wait, does she have something that... Does she have a Polyhyperd or something? With AoE control, oh my god, yeah. Sparkle Ball, when you like use like the Caltrops or whatever, like yeah, there's so much value on that. It's crazy. Definitely need to make sure we use Tenacity a lot in the final fight. The amount of damage you can mitigate with just like one block token is crazy. When it's upgraded, is it 2? No, it does remove stun and daze though, which is also really potent for us on that fight. Oh yeah, all the boss fights are rough in this. Like the lair fights become brutal, man. Like there's nothing easy about Bastard's Beacon. Like it is a tough fight through and through. Let's see if we can maybe get a heal on the man-at-arms here. Oh no, we won't because dots. Dots are a thing. We're not moving around, so Jealous Whisper doesn't really do anything for us. We shouldn't be moving around at least.
The loathing abates.
Did you know that the loathing abates? RNG hitting a Caltrops plus cleave with Jester, watching every enemy cut. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, do we have any value for Hoarder? Like we don't have that much money, but I think we get more value out of it than going to the Oasis. Yo, Skullbolt, thank you very much for
spirits are lifted
for gifting a sub to the community. Who'd that get to? To Ari, thank you very much for the gifted sub. I appreciate it. That's very kind of you. Thank you for the support. I appreciate all the support from everybody. Like I said, this week, the last couple weeks with the console release and everything, it's been crazy. The numbers have been nutty. I don't know what to say besides the fact that I just am genuinely appreciative of all the support. It means the world to me. Just happy to have everybody here. Hoping I can give you all a place to hang out and have a good time, and that's really all that matters to me, you know. No, nothing here that I really care about. Honestly, I'm not super worried about relationships, so. Not a tug rope could be good, though. Help procrastinate from work? Yeah, I'm here to help you procrastinate. I turned down a booty call for this stream. That's what's up. Also, you're an idiot. But hey, you know what? I mean, you're dumb for doing that. Don't, but just kidding. I'm just kidding, kinda. Don't turn down booty calls from me. I have my priorities straight. I mean, hey, if you say... Why is my boy stealthy? Where'd my boy get sneaky from? When did he get sneaky? And why? Hang out, that's not what I'm here for. That's just... You're just, like, locked in at this point. Who are you? Yeah, never heard of you either. Get out of here. Get out of here with that VIP badge. The concept of the third place, but Twitch is definitely becoming that for me. I am a massive advocate for the third place, and one of the reasons I really would love to, I mean, this is my third place, don't get me wrong, you guys are absolutely my third place. I have a buddy who lives back home, say, and every time I go visit him, we always go to this brewery, and he's not a big drinker, I'm not a big drinker, his wife isn't a big drinker, but he goes to this brewery, we go every time I'm there on the weekend, and it's like Cheers. Like, he walks in, they both walk in, everybody knows his name. Everybody, like, calls him over, like, hey, let's sit down, let's chat. Everybody's at, how's your dog? How's your mom? Like, what's going on in your life? Hey, man, let's catch up. Like, I mean, it's literally, there's like 50 people in there, and they all know him and his wife. And it's like, oh, and he's like, yeah, we come here every weekend. This is our third place. This is where we relax. We have a good time. Like, that's very, like, I've never really thought about that. When I, like, look back at my youth, like, my third place was absolutely, like, church. Like, that's where I went every weekend. I had my youth group. I hung out there outside of school, which was my second place, right? School would have been my second place then. And it's just, like, it's something that I realized that I found in Twitch was, like, why do I like this so much? Well, it's definitely, like, my third place. Like, this is where I have my community. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, like, there's the concept of having a first place, second place, third place. Like, your first place is your home. Like, that's where you live. That's where you spend most of your time. Your second place is usually your place of work or school. That's where you have, like, your professional relationships. Your, like, you know, the people that you work with a lot or talk with every day, but they're maybe not, like, your close friends or anything like that. And then there's the idea of the third place, which is, like, the place you go hang out a lot. And, like, that's where you, like, socialize or, like, meet people or, you know, feel comfortable outside of home, but not at work. It's a compulsion. It absolutely is a compulsion. BB hung out with Radal and Junior Steve. I was, I'm not gonna get into the topic of religion. I used to be a very religious person. But that was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Star Wars reference. There's my Star Wars tattoo if you guys haven't seen it. I know it's upside down. It's an Imperial helmet. Imperial Guard helmet. Fucking, my mom likes to call it the giant red rocket on my arm, which is a super nice thing for my mom to say about a tattoo that's permanently on my body. It doesn't make me question my life decisions at all. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, she has the tenacity of doing that. More tattoos? I want more. I plan on getting a full video game sleeve with Darkest Dungeon, with the Darkest Dungeon torch as like the forefront, like the main element of it. But money. Money is the thing. But that is like something I really want to do. And I want to get like Hollow Knight, Cuphead, Darkest Dungeon, Witcher, Subnautica, like all of like my favorite games, and like have like little homages to them all throughout it. I think it'd be a really cool thing to have. Stardew, yep, Stardew would be on there, yeah. The stress crown on the forehead, yeah, stress crown, just the iron crown right here. I'm sure I would like send that picture to the Reddit or something, and then Chris would look at that and be like, You know, if I'd never made this video game, that person would have never gotten a tattoo on their forehead. And then getting a full sleeve in one arm and a partial full sleeve in the other. Yeah, I love ink. Like, I love tattoos. It's just a matter of, like, priority. I got debt to pay off, you know? Like, I can't be getting full sleeves when I've got credit card debt, right? I don't like tattoos. Uh-huh. Yeah. Says the single most tatted person that I know, personally. I believe that for a second. One of my friends got a tattoo of Ellie's knife in The Last of Us. That's cool.
Foolishly seeking fortune and
H1RV1, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it.
Domain of the damned.
Welcome on in. Had to run to get food. You ran the whole way there? That's weird, but I mean, whatever. What you get? Tattoos are all right, then I guess you're his main messenger. I got a tattoo in German on my ribs. There is a extra ish, and it essentially means no. It's a no regret. You have no regrets? Not even one letter? Nah, man. Fucking love that movie. Alright.
The unrelenting application of violence yields.
We're coming up to the mountain. You know what that means. If you don't know what that means, you'll know in a second. Stop giving me random fucking bullshit. What do I not need? There. All right, guys, we're coming up to the mountain here. You guys don't know what that means here. Well, we have a tradition here in this channel. Whenever we get to the mountain, we like to do a game giveaway. A game giveaway for a free random Steam key. Anybody is welcome to join. You do have to be following in order to claim the prize, but you just do exclamation enter in order for a chance to win. It's a random game from a list of Steam keys that I have. Oh my goodness. Do I have any room for like combat items or something? Yeah, I do. There we go. I said the only criteria is that you be following in order to claim the prize. It's just my way of saying thank you for being here. If you guys would like more chances to win free games, we do a weekly game giveaway in the Discord. So if you want to join the Discord, exclamation Discord, there's the link for that. We do a weekly giveaway there. We also have a bunch of other stupid stuff that goes on the Discord and hang out and have a good time. So yeah, you guys are all welcome to come hang out with us. Goof around. Good place if you're looking for information about the game. Exclamation enter, guys. Exclamation enter. All right, mountain time.
The inevitable end of your journey awaits you once again.
Once again. Let's see what we've got going on here.
Of a time before the end.
Take a look at our relationships. All positive, 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 positive, positive. Okay. 0 chance for a negative relationship, which means we can focus on other things until we mess up the relationships a bit more. Let's go ahead and give everybody at least a little boost here. Cactus, my brain always stupid, so don't worry about it. Let's give everybody speed. It's gonna be good for us. Do we have any clarifying poultices? We have 3 clarifying poultices. What the fuck? That is lucky. Lucky as shit. Very, very, feeling pretty immune to stun there. So that's 100, that's 80, that's 90. Let's get, that's pretty good. Like, we don't have any more, but that's a pretty good. Vestal's still likely to have it happen, but, you know, whatever. Fast Vestal is always fun. I like Fast Vestal. We don't want to increase the speed on Mana Arms, though. It's not really something we want to do. I would just increase everybody's dot resistance. Don't really need it, but it's there in case we do. Get some more food while we're at it.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
Watch 2. Oh, Suns will absolutely. Do I have another stone? Oh, I do have another stone one. Excellent. Thank you. Should we boost? I'm going to boost Vestal. I mean, I know it's probably better to give Crusade, but, like, we should get everybody above. Like, that increases the chance for everybody, and that's pretty good overall, I would say. Okay. Get those strength tokens going. I need to be cautious about Blastocidal not going on him. Just because we don't want him getting the speed boost by accident. See, he got the speed boost, that's fine. So at the Olympics, I did not. I just know that the people are mad about something. That's all I know. What's new? And we can stack grenades and stuff higher, so like if we have them, we should take them. Just want to see what we have options for here. Okay, let's upgrade some things here. Upgrade a bolster for the stress heal will be pretty good. We should upgrade smite for the damage, honestly. Alright. Alright. Up the mountain we go. Bastard's Beacon, mountain fight. Let's see how we do. It's been a while since I fought this one. If you're watching this video on YouTube, subscribe to the channel if you've made it this far. Like, come on. You made it this far. If you're not subscribed, if you haven't hit that big old red button, just give that a big old smack. All right, let's go see what's going on. Hey, Doctors, how's it going? Jimmy, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, guys, we do have that game giveaway going on. Explosion for a chance to get in. You just have to be following in order to claim the prize. Games range from a couple dollars to $80, depending on how lucky you are. It is completely random from a list of like over 100 games that I have. If anybody's curious, all my games are provided by Humble Bundle. I do get them all legally. I subscribe to the service to get games, so that's where I get them from. Some people have expressed that curiosity before. This is exactly how I feel. I'm exactly that excited. Oh, we did get more caltrops, which is nice. Excellent. All right.
More arrive.
Japinel, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. Good to have you here.
In this domain of the damned.
Always like to start off a regen. Just sets us off for a good little start there. That doesn't. Feebling my ace by getting through all that dodge. Does that ignore dodge? No, it doesn't. Because, well, maybe it does. Who knows?
Haste and carelessness. Hallmarks of the unprepared.
Make sure that we're using items here, because we might as well. We got plenty of items to use against the final boss. Let's use as many as we can here to get through this fight. I wish we had selfish motivation again. That ability is so fucking crap, or that trinket is so good, man. I'm so mad I slept on it for so long. Okay, we're actually outpacing that damage, but we'll just go ahead and remove that little guy anyway. And tossing a little bit more dot there.
The fiend
11-3. That guy's not dead. Good dodge. Like to see that. Now I can focus on the big guy here.
A deliberate and methodical appliance of harm.
My steel is getting sundered, guys. It's getting sundered.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
And Noxious Blast not being upgraded may be a mistake. Five damage sundering steel. Hell yeah. My favorite kind. Alright. That's that fight done. Now let's see how we do against the Bastard Beacon Denial fight. If you guys have not seen this fight on Bastard's Beacon, it is much different than the normal fight. We need to take in everything that we can to make ourselves as ready for this fight as possible. Healing salves are going to be really good for us here. I'm going to take the healing salves here. Stimulants could be good. Ichor bombs are also very nice for us. Just to land some concentrated blight. Let's go for it. If we're gonna do that, right? Let's not play it this way. Let's do Ichor bombs are gonna work better on Plague Doctor. She has a much higher chance of those sticking. Because she has a much higher dot. Well, actually, it doesn't increase the chance for her dot resistances to stick, does it? No, because it used to. Old Alchemist, it used to. Either way, whatever. It'll synergize with Curing Kappa at least. Nervous approach to mounting every time. I definitely do on. I normally wouldn't for Denial, but in this case, I am definitely nervous. I would say Acts 3 and 4, I'm generally pretty nervous on still. Like, I never know how those fights are gonna go. We'll see.
The mind must be freed of its self-imposed incarceration.
All right, no melee damage right off the bat. Tenacity isn't going to do much for us. Everybody already has like a lot of block tokens. Let's just go ahead and get that going for us. Lowering the speed here is going to be good for us. You can go ahead and get Divine Comfort going now. Excellent miss. I don't know where we should prioritize, honestly. That's the problem with this. I don't know like what the best thing to kill is. I think killing the healing lock might be the best option. If I'm entirely honest.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
If I can kill the regen lock first, maybe, and then not the regen lock, the stress healing lock first. Just because we can apply so much dot to those back lines.
The foe's strategy. Press on.
How does one bleed a chain? With great effort. No healing. So regen won't proc on this now, just so you guys are aware. Stress down.
Kindness. Cunning. You may outwit them yet. A master stroke.
There it is, to the 80%. There it is, to the 70%. Good dodge. Get that heal there. Okay, no ranged attacks. It's gonna limit us for. It's the first time we've been limited out of ranged, so go ahead and bulwark here. Block plus. Okay, 11 to. This one's feeling pretty close to being dead, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. My goal is to kill these two, like, right back to back. We heal here. We get rid of the vulnerable. Miss. Good miss, thank you. Block plus, absolutely massive. Ugh, through the fucking 90%. I think they have additional, yeah, they have plus 20% piercing, right? So that's where we're getting a lot of that issue from. Yes, that's why I want to kill the one in the very back first and then immediately kill this one. So that way, this one dies, then that one dies like right after. That's kind of my plan right now. That one's dead. Yeah, this one has 2 turns left, assuming that we don't get any damage on it in the meantime. Then these two will get regen, but we'll just pump in dots. Then we'll need to kill the denial of arms one as quickly as possible. I think is going to have to be our priority there. Right, tenacity here is a good just amount of block. Just reduces all that vulnerable that we're going to get hit with there. Dodge it, come on. Resist though, that's fine. Slowing them down is good. Okay, that's dead now. Okay, so they get a huge heal and 10 regen here. But they don't get, like, all... Denial of Reach is definitely going to cause us some problems, actually, now I think about it.
Relief comes rarely in these times.
But if I deny...
Savor it.
I'd rather deny Plague Doctor her ability to do anything and just have her slip back and forth than not. It's unfortunate. I should have brought Incision. I didn't think about that. That's a misplay on my part for sure. But we're not locked out of healing for the rest of the fight, so we just kind of have to deal with the damage these guys are going to... like eat. Yeah, see, we're kind of restricted now. Yeah, we're getting a lot of negative tokens because of the
Unsteady stances. Exhaustion takes hold.
No, we have to kill the melee lock first. Like, I can't kill... If we get locked out of melee for the remainder of the fight, we're in, like, really big trouble. So we're kind of already in pretty big trouble right now, aren't we? Okay, the regen is done now, so that's good. Man, why does it always have to be blind that they're getting? Like, very annoying. I mean, at least we can use the tokens to our advantage to get good heals. I think is an important thing.
This road cannot be walked alone.
Yeah, Retribution now. It just gives us a lot of passive damage. Shouldn't use that unless we absolutely need to. Doing denials anyway, it's just random. It's just a 50% chance at this point. That's why we're seeing it.
A small foundation of trust.
Yeah, we're just getting bad luck on the range denial. But this team is functioning without the range, so we're honestly fine. Like we'll be okay. We just once we get like so it just gives us a good insight that once we lose the ability to do any range damage, we'll probably be okay. It'll be annoying, but we'll be okay. We've got to remember once this guy dies though, it gets an additional 60% freaking damage, which is massive. Killing the range lock first will probably be worse because it increases its crit by like 23%. Something stupid. Which is just crazy. Regen. Do I have to fight the final log for too long? Yeah, if I could spread the damage more effectively, I probably would. I just don't think I can. I don't think I can very realistically, if I'm entirely honest. $17 damage on that. That's nutty. Hey, Bubble, how's it going? Getting rid of the healing lock first was massive for us, though. It just gives us so much, like, time to work. I'm glad that Riposte isn't locked out by melee. It's interesting that it's not. It probably should be, but...
A simple kind.
Good, I'm doing good. Stress. Avoiding meltdowns is definitely something we should be doing. The blinds are really potent on this. It's the first crit we've gotten hit with in a while, to be totally honest. I think we're lucky that's the first one we've had. Go ahead and just heal that up. Nice. Good respectful proc there. Excellent. Okay, this one is dead very quickly. Oof. That's unfortunate. Gotta go for the heal here. How was the new torch, by the way? It's been pretty brutal, but we're alive. Barely. Get rid of it.
A lesson taught is a lesson learned.
27 crit. Woofda. Lots of tokens, though. I'll take those. I'll take those and use those to heal.
Authority may yet arrest this collapse.
The thing about this at this point is that it only gets one go, so like it can do a lot of damage, but I don't think it can outpace our healing, right? So that's where it's just gonna end up failing out here.
Foundation of trust.
It doesn't dot, no. I'm surprised that it doesn't, honestly, that like they didn't add like a, hey, one of them gives dots to the others when it dies, because that would just be something to do, right? Don't care about the relationship. This guy can eat the damage more. It's very much focusing my healers right now. It's probably a bad move on its end.
An interminable
21 rounds so far, crazy. After match, we'll have, yeah, something in those numbers. I don't know what the exact number is. Like a cultist, Hellion, Plague Doctor, couple others, yeah. I don't want to lose a hero here, so she's guarded though, right? Well, the problem is it does AoE hits, right? It likes to hit both those ranks. Yep, there it is. No, it can't just hit them, but it's the ability it seems to want to use the most for some reason.
Self-reliance is a rare and wonderful thing.
Really going after that plate. What's she down to now? It's only at 78%. That's interesting. All right, guys. GG. Woo! Bastards Beacon Act 1 is done.
Number of time before the cancerous corruption.
Dance party time! Dance party time! Dance party time! Dance party time!
Easy clap. Easy clap. Easy clap.